Hey, this is Rick Gold. How are you? We just came today. I just came to get that feeling, the same feeling Neville talks about. Feeling is the secret. We're going to do some Neville quotes, as always, to get in the zone, basically, stay in the zone, and to improve our lives. Little mini lessons in each quote. Let's get to it. Here we go. It is not what you want that you attract. You attract what you believe to be true. And let me just see if I'm recording. Good. Recording. It is not what you want that you attract. You attract what you believe to be true. Next, we have you are already that which you want to be. And your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it. Everything depends upon our attitude towards ourselves. That's that which we will not affirm. This fan is giving me trouble. The fan is doing perfectly now. That which we will not affirm as true of ourselves cannot develop in our life. Everything depends upon our attitude towards ourselves and our fans. That which we will not affirm as true of ourselves cannot develop in our life. Here's a short, powerful one. Feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret, everybody. Next one we got is instead of fighting against the evidence of the senses, you claim yourself to be that which you desire to be. As your attention is placed on this claim, the doors of the senses automatically lose against your former master. That which you were conscious of being. Stop trying to change the world since it is only the mirror. Man's attempt to change the world by force is as fruitless as breaking a mirror in the hope of changing his face. Leave the mirror and change your face. Leave the world alone and change your conceptions of yourself. Change of feeling is a change of destiny. Do not try to change people. They are only messengers telling you who you are. Revalue yourself, and they will confirm the change. Each person is born with an infinite power against which no earthly force is of the slightest significance. Your opinion of yourself is your most important viewpoint. You are infinitely greater than you think you are. Only as one is willing to give up his present limitations and identity can he become that which he desires to be. There would be no progress in this world were it not for man's dissatisfaction with himself. All you can possibly need or desire is already yours. Call your desires into being by imagining and feeling your wish fulfilled. The world is yourself pushed out. Ask yourself what you want and then give it to yourself. Do not question how it will come about. Just go your way knowing that the evidence of what you have done must appear, and it will. All you need is time, and you have it now. All you need is time, and you have it right now. Time. Everyone is free to create his world as he wants it. If he knows that the whole thing is responding to him. Take your attention away from your problem and the multitude of reasons why you cannot achieve your ideal. Concentrate your attention entirely upon the thing desired. The great secret is a controlled imagination and a well-sustained attention, firmly and repeatedly focused on the object to be accomplished. Health, wealth, beauty, and genius are not created. They are only manifested by the arrangement of your mind. That is, by your concept of yourself. And your concept of yourself is all that you accept and consent to as true. Most of us are reflecting life and not affecting it. Your inner speech mirrors your mind, and your mind mirrors God. If you do not change your thoughts, you haven't changed their activity. And if you do not change their activity, the conditions of your life cannot change, for they are only bearing witness to the interaction of your mind. When you attain the control of the internal direction of your attention, you will no longer stand in shallow water or launch out into the deep of life. Your attention must be developed, controlled, and concentrated in order to change the concept of yourself successfully and thereby change your future. To attempt to change circumstances before I change my own imaginal activity is to struggle against the very nature of my own being. For my own imaginal activity is animating my world. A change in circumstance happens as a result of a change in your state of consciousness. A change of circumstance happens as a result of a change in your state of consciousness. Disregard appearances, conditions, in fact, all evidence of your senses that deny the fulfillment of your desire. Rest in the assumption that you are already what you want to be. For in that determined assumption, you and your infinite being are merged in creative unity. And with your infinite being, all things are possible. Man moves in a world that is nothing more or less than his consciousness objectified. To rise in consciousness to the level of the thing desired and to remain there until such level becomes your nature is the way of all seeming miracles. Imagination is the only redemptive power in the universe. All things are possible to God, and you find who He is. Your own wonderful human imagination is the actual creative power of God within you. You believe in God, believe also in your imagination. Determined imagination, thinking from the end, is the beginning of all miracles. Truth depends upon the intensity of imagination, not upon facts. Most people who desire to change their life make the mistake of not imagining deeply or long enough. They let the 3D world and what they see dictate their reality instead of their imagination. You must be conscious of being healthy if you are to know what health is. Imagination is seeing with the eye of God. Imagination and faith are the secrets of creation. Imagination and faith are the secrets of creation. Imagination and faith are the secrets of creation. An awakened imagination works with a purpose. It creates and conserves the desirable and transforms or destroys the undesirable. It is imagination which makes one a leader, while the lack of it makes one a follower. Your imagination is you yourself, and the world as your imagination sees it as the real world, sees it is the real world. The real world. I imagine that people see me as they would see me if I were the man I want to be. Your imaginal act is as much a creative act as a physical one. Wherein man halts, shrinks, and is blessed, or as man creates his own likeness, so does your imaginal act transform itself into the likeness of your assumption. If, however, you do not reach the point of satisfaction, repeat the action over and over again until you feel as though you touched it and virtue went out of you. Use your imagination lovingly on behalf of another. Because of your belief in external things, you think power into them by transferring the power that you are to the external thing. Realize you yourself are the power you have mistakenly given to outer conditions. Enact a scene that implies you have what you desire, and to the degree that you are faithful to that state, it will unfold in your world, and no power can stop it, for there is no other power. Your assumption to be effective cannot be a single isolated act. It must be a maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled. Without the aid of any man, he will define himself as that which he desires to express. He will discover that his I am is the virgin conceiving without the aid of man. That all conceptions of himself, when felt and fixed in consciousness, will be embodied easily as living realities in his world. All right, this is Rick Golden. I thank you for listening to me tonight. I have some other stuff I got to get done, and I might get back here later. Appreciate you listening, and have a great life, a great day, and a great eternity. Take care now.